Welcome to the video. This is classed as a boring activity in the brew house, but I'm very hopeful that this is going to be the solution that we've all been waiting for. It's called Homebrew, which is supposed to be revolutionising the cleaning process of microbreweries. I'll have to grab my phone in a minute to give you the proper spiel on it, but this is like a real world test, if you like, of how this cleans up all my stainless steel brewing equipment and fermenters. They need a very good clean. This video is going to come out after I've brewed on them a couple of times, so yeah, if things are different, don't worry, man, you regulars, don't worry about it. So before we start, definitely need to grab a beer to make this video that little bit more interesting. So this beer is my St. David's IPA, which I did forget to put Protofloc in it. Ow, this heat is burning my arm. I did forget to put any Irish moss in there, so it is quite cloudy, but I really don't mind that at all in my beers. Oh, nice. Iechyd. That is well balanced. Brewed it many times, and now I think it's perfectly ready, which is about a week after St. David's Day. But anyway, let's skip over that. So I bought this from the malt miller, which is 750 grams. It was £15, and that's in March 2024. The dosage is 5 to 10 grams. I've had to write it on there, I'll explain why. It's 5 to 10 grams per litre for moderate, and then 10 to 20 grams for like an intensive clean. You got to run it about between 50 and 60 degrees for 45 to 120 minutes. But what I've done, because there are no instructions on the tub, I've had to look on the Malt Miller website, which has very helpfully put the instructions on there on how to do it. So the main reason for trying this out is, it says it's biotechnology, much better for the environment than any caustic sodas or anything like that, so it's definitely worth a try anyway from that perspective. It kind of makes sense the way that it should break down the vegetal matter within the brewery equipment. So the main benefits that they list is that it improves the organoleptic quality of the finished product, better hygiene, cleaner, eliminating the risk of contamination, enzymes allow better disinfection, cleaning in a single cycle, so saving time and water, harmless to use, non-corrosive product, and therefore no risk of burns. Now I'm not sure if that's correct because of that symbol there, the highly corrosive symbol, which clearly shows a hand. But anyway, we'll wear as much protection as we can, as we always should. So the pH value in solution is 10 to 11 pH, so it's right up there at the top. So the instructions for this: prepare a solution in diluted hot water, run the solution through the equipment to be cleaned for 45 to 120 minutes, finish by running a disinfectant or general acid solution, so I'm just going to be rinsing it out with Starsan after draining it, and then rinse with fresh water for 5 minutes. So let's see what it's all about. More waffle than a Belgian cafe. So this is the current state of play of what we're dealing with. So you can see there are some staining. There is some staining rather. Get my English dictionary out. So I'm hoping it's going to clear all that up. Yes, I could use some elbow grease and some barkeeper's friend, but if I can get away with just running a solution through it and through these discoloured pipes, it'd be interesting to see how this turns out. These are my new to me fermenters, which I obviously want to make sure they're squeaky clean. So let's go in with the water. So this is connected to the hot tap system, So it should come out already at about 35 degrees or so. So I'm probably going to fill this up to about 20 litres. But then bring it up to 55 degrees. I've decided to go for, say, 10 grams a litre. I don't think I clean my stuff after every brew with, what's his name, boy? PVW, this bad boy. So I'm not going to be blasting half a tub straight off the bat with 20 grams a litre into that. So I'm going to be going with only 10 grams per litre. There's 20 grams in there. That's 200 grams. Nearly run out of fingers and thumbs. Fingers and toes then. Christ, this is only about 5%. So in terms of the smell, it doesn't smell like the, you know, like chlorine where it just fucking blows your head off like them smelling salts. It doesn't smell offensive at all. You get this measuring scoop, which is in milliliters, which obviously you measure this grams per litre, and it's not 1 for 1 because it's not fluid. But anywho, so let's go for 200 grams of this. So a whole one of them said 31. That's not bad at all. It's actually quite accurate. Okay, I take it back. I take it back. Right, 200 grams. Ordinarily, I'd probably just run this at 5 grams a litre day to day. Just because I'm doing it for the first time, I'm going for a much higher dose. Come on, here we go. Yeah, so that's what she looks like. So we've finally arrived at the 55, I nearly said hop drop, but we've finally arrived at 55 degrees where the Grainfather G40 is holding the temperature. So we'll start the pump off and just get it recirculating through the chiller. And then we'll add in our 200 grams of Homebrew 10. So you can see how clean the water was to start with. And then we'll just see how this gets on. Ooh. It's already foaming a little bit. So let's check back in about 45 minutes. I kid you not, it's been 2 minutes since I turned the camera off and there's already debris coming down this pipe back into the Grainfather. There you go. This pipe, sorry. See? See that chunk come past then? That is unbelievable. Look. That is unbelievable. It's literally tearing chunks out of this. Christ, I hope it's not part of the chiller. Wow. And there's some weird shapes appearing in here too. See all these bits? It's looking promising. So we'll set the timer for about 45 minutes, sorry. And yeah, we'll check on the condition. Okay, so we've had this running now for, I'd say, about an hour. And it's, well, let me show you. So you can see how the foam has dissipated. There's still a lot of kind of gunky stuff, which I genuinely thought this was squeaky clean. So I'm gonna drain this and inspect it, and then rinse it with Starsan. So I've just knocked the heat off and drained it. I can already see some bits of debris on the outside of this pipe, which has just been left behind. Look at all that. Reasons I'm wearing gloves is I'm not quite sure how safe this this chemical is, so just taking precautions for the time being. So there you have a lot of debris which has been taken out, maybe from the pump or from the counterflow chiller. You can just about see a little bit of a ring around the side there as well. But this is the acid test, excuse the pun. Now that is much, much cleaner. Look at that. So there's no elbow grease been applied yet. Look at that. Oh my god, look at all that coming off. This is relatively clean side of a sponge. Couple of wipes. Look at that. Wow, that is impressive. Oh yes. Awesome. Right, I'm going to give this a quick rub down and a rinse, and we'll be back for the final results. Now just look at this. Absolutely gleaming. Just giving it a quick wipe, not even a rinse yet, and that is good as new. Including this, absolutely good as new. Very, very impressed. So as I said, just want to give this a quick rinse with Starsan. With an acidic based cleaner. Recirculate it for 5 minutes through the pump, and then we'll be done. Romeo, done. Oop. It would help if I didn't put it straight down through the drain valve. I genuinely believe that this Easy Brew 10 does live up to the hype, unless my counterflow chiller and everything's going to start leaking because it's just eating its way through it, which is obviously not going to happen. But very impressed with this. You've seen the results for yourselves. Highly recommend it. And thanks for sticking with the video. I know it's a point of boredom when we're probably cleaning 95% of the time as homebrewers, but hopefully this will make it a lot easier. Now, just like to make a point, that was only 10 grams per litre that I included. You know, it goes 10 to 20 grams for an intensive clean. So it was only half the dosage of an intensive clean that I used, and it's come up absolutely spotless. So going forward, I think I'll just be using 5 grams per litre at the end of a brew just to give it a clean, and I don't even think we'd have any beer stone to see from now on in. So highly recommended. So I hope that's been of use to you, and I hope to see you on the next video. Iechyd.